AI, generative AI, generative AI, generative AI, AI as AI, 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 AI. It uses AI to bring AI, 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 AI.
Yes, this phone is all about AI. Meet the Pixel 9, chock full of AI goodness, but can the Tensor G4 match up to its competitors? I'll answer all of your questions and even give you a full rundown of the most exciting AI features in this review, so let's get right into it.
Yeah, 10 out of 10, let's wait. I've been going big on the page out of state. Do research, check out the back of my place. I rep so heavy, attack when I take. Still, I'm on that for the long run. That name that you got.
Now, I really like the look of the new Google Pixel 9. This new design with a matte aluminum frame and rounded corners looks premium, and the phone is heftier, making it feel well built and premium. The display is flat, and at 6.3 inches, the Pixel 9 is not as compact as its predecessor. It's more mid-size now. But in a world of 6.8, 6.9 inch phones, this is still pretty petite. The phone is also heavier than the Pixel 8 at 198 grams. The display and the rear panel are protected by Corning Gorilla Glass Victus 2, and the phone is also IP68 rated. So durability isn't a concern really. This white color variant dubbed Porcelain looks stellar. And finally, the new camera deco looks a bit more refined in my opinion, but the camera bump is quite significant. Thankfully, it still doesn't rock when kept flat. I also like the even bezels, but the large punch hole cutout is quite big for the price. We've also got a new ultrasonic fingerprint sensor which is blazing fast. So the Pixel 9 has a good display, but I wouldn't say it's flagship grade. The 6.3-inch OLED display is sharp and pretty color accurate, but it isn't an LTPO panel and it is only an 8-bit display with support for 16 million colors. So this display can switch between 30, 60 and 120 Hz unlike its Pro siblings, which obviously impacts battery life. So more on the battery life later. Also, smooth display, which is 120 Hz, is off by default. So remember to turn it on if you want smoother scrolling in your UI. Now, HDR videos still look fantastic on this phone. They look vivid and crisp, so the display is good enough for watching content. The brightness levels are also great. The phone sports a peak brightness of 2700 nits, but on auto brightness, we got a reading of 1682 nits, which is also fantastic. Overall, this is a solid display, but the lack of LTPO tech and 10 or 12-bit color places it one rung below top tier. As for the speakers, they sound good, but the bass falls a bit flat. Take a listen for yourself. Now, performance is one area where Pixels typically lag behind, and while this year's Tensor G4 processor has brought some performance gains, the Pixel 9 still lags behind competition in terms of performance. Compared against cheaper phones like the iQOO 12 and OnePlus 12, the Pixel 9 scores are significantly lower in pretty much any benchmark. In fact, it even scores lower than some 30K phones like the Realme GT60. In GFX Bench though, the Pixel 9 and OnePlus 12 showcase similar scores. As for throttling, the Pixel 9 throttled to 58% of its peak performance after running the intensive CPU throttling test for 15 minutes. This is the same result as the Exynos-powered Samsung Galaxy S24. Look, the results are better than its predecessor for sure. That one had worse throttling issues, but you're still going to face throttling and heating issues after some time of running intensive tasks. Even when you're gaming, after about 30 minutes of BGMI or COD mobile, you will start to see some frame drops. But in day-to-day usage, the performance is smooth, and couple that with 120Hz refresh rate and the experience is pretty seamless for casual users. Now about software, the new Pixel phones do not come with Android 15, which is quite a disappointment. Instead, you've got Android 14 with 7 promised Android OS updates. Obviously, you've got the stock Android experience, which is clean and smooth, but we cannot talk about software without delving into AI. So obviously, the Pixel 9 has a boatload of new AI features, and truth be told, this is the first time I've actually been extremely excited about the AI capabilities of a phone. There are some genuinely useful features like Add Me, which can let the designated group photographer be in the group photo for once. There are also some exciting features like Reimagine, which literally reimagines entire portions of a photo, and Auto Frame that creates pleasing framing for a photo that you've clicked. All of these work brilliantly, save for a few errors. Pixel Weather also has an AI section that summarizes the weather now, and Pixel Studio allows you to generate photos from scratch. Pretty neat. Circle to Search is useful for finding links of something you'd want to buy, and the new screenshot apps makes finding screenshots easy, and you can also categorize them. And on the Pixel 9, you get 1 month of free Gemini Advanced, which lets you have interactive, free-flowing conversations with Gemini. Hey Gemini, what came first, the chicken or the egg?
This is a classic riddle, for sure, but it's one science actually has a pretty good answer to.
All of the features are surprisingly polished, and the phone is truly a game changer when it comes to AI functionalities. The phone also got great scores in our AI benchmarks, and it got a Digit AIQ score of 85 out of 100. The Pixel 9's primary camera remains the same as the Pixel 8, but it does get a couple of upgrades. You get a new ultra-wide camera and autofocus for selfies. Sadly, there's no telephoto camera and no Pro mode. That aside, the Pixel 9's camera system delivers impressive performance. In daylight, the main camera captures images with excellent detail, natural sharpening, high contrast, and well-balanced colors with a bit of a cool tone. Portrait mode could be improved though, so while the photos look nice, the background blur, I believe, is a bit excessive and the edge detection is not the best. Without a dedicated telephoto lens, 2x zoom images maintain decent quality. However, ultra-wide shots have solid sharpness and dynamic range. Macro mode is effective for close-ups, though the depth of field is a bit shallow. Selfies benefit from autofocus this time, providing clear, lively images with decent skin tones. In low light, the Pixel 9 handles exposure and color well, although there's a bit of noise in areas that had dark skies. And the lack of a dedicated telephoto lens also affects zoom quality in darker conditions. But overall, the Pixel 9's camera competes well with other flagship models like the iPhone 15 and the Galaxy S24. As for videos, they look good, but there's no video boost feature like on the Pro models, so not the best. The battery life has improved by leaps and bounds on the Pixel 9. Heavy users can comfortably get 6 to 6.5 hours of screen on time, allowing most users to use the phone for a full day with ease. In the PC Mark battery test, the phone lasted a whopping 14 hours and 45 minutes, which is a fantastic score for a 6.3-inch phone with a 4700 mAh battery. However, the charging speeds are still sluggish. The phone took a lengthy 1 hour and 27 minutes to charge to full. The phone does have support for wireless charging though, and there's also reverse wireless charging for your earbuds too. So what's the verdict then? Well, the Pixel 9 is definitely the best compact AI phone in 2024 so far. The Pixel 9 brings an impressive array of AI features that set it apart. Okay, but can you be sure that the egg came before the chicken?
Yeah, scientists are pretty sure.
Making it a standout device for those who value innovative software. But there are some misses. While the Tensor G4 shows improved performance, it still lags behind its competitors, and the heating issues, while fewer, still persist. The camera system delivers solid results, especially in daylight, but it lacks some pro-level features. And the display, though vibrant, lacks flagship specifications. Overall, the Pixel 9 is a great choice for AI enthusiasts and those seeking a clean Android experience. There's tons of AI goodness and actually useful features here. But Google really needs to improve its performance game. What do you think of the Pixel 9? Would you buy it? Let us know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Why is this so hard?